There's an absurd story from Eurovision. Eurovision apparently was approached by President Zelensky, who asked if he could make a surprise video appearance during the final in which, quote, he was expected to urge the global audience of 160 million to continue their support for his country in the face of Russian aggression. And this was turned down by the event owners. The European Broadcasting Union, the EBU, the alliance of more than 100 broadcasters which oversees the contest, with the BBC acting as this year's host, is concerned that an appearance by the president risks politicising the event. I don't suppose it says anything about the appearance of the King and Queen. It goes on, the Eurovision Song Contest is an international entertainment show and governed by strict rules and principles which have been established since its creation. As part of these, one of the cornerstones of the contest is the non-political nature of the event. This principle prohibits the possibility of making political or similar statements as part of the contest. The request by Mr. Zelensky to address the audience at the Eurovision Song Contest, whilst made with laudable intentions, regrettably cannot be granted, as it would be against the rules of the event. Well, absolutely. But the problem is, having made that surprise video public in advance of the contest, having politicized the issue by telling us what the EBU's decision was, they, I suspect, have now galvanized a lot of people across Europe and across all the voting blocs to vote for Ukraine. Now, the Ukrainian entry at the moment is pitched at, well, within the top 10, expected to be contending for the winning prize. So I think it's just notched the Ukraine song up 3 or 4 points, 3 or 4 positions, putting it within reach of a second-year win. And so much for trying to depoliticize a song contest, which is by its very nature political. I think people need to understand that politics is the way we manage our affairs internationally and nationally when we don't agree with people. And the Olympics, the Greek Olympics, were a political event, as indeed were drama festivals in ancient Athens. Everything really is political where you move away from your family. The moment you are engaging with people who are not part of your group, you are engaged in politics. Polis simply comes from the Greek word for city. So living in the city, living cheek by jowl with people who don't share your views, that is politics. It's a shame a lot of people, like, for example, Alistair Campbell, can't get their head around what is. The rest is politics. Everything is politics. And we need in this age to master the ability to discuss things with people with whom we don't agree, and to do so charmingly and adroitly. And I think there's nothing more political indeed than the Eurovision Song Contest. Long may it continue. But this attempt to depoliticize it is stupidity on wheels.